And hello, everyone. Welcome to the pre-show of the Code X podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger, and I'm joined by my co-host, Sal the Slab Guy.
What's going on, buddy? Good to see you again.
Good to see you too, man. Started, last time, a couple weeks ago, we were ready to do an episode, and I unfortunately wasn't able to do it, but things are going good now. And
Good to hear.
I also added the story we're going to be reviewing. I have it in my collection now.
There you go.
Amazing Spider-Man Family Business.
I guess we're gonna get it. He's gonna get a good rating because he went out and bought the one shot, baby.
I hate it. I bought it because I hate it so much.
I hate it so much. I'm buying this thing and putting it on my shelf.
I just bought it so I could punch the hardcover.
Oh gosh, that's bad. That's bad.
Just make my fists strong. My knuckles, no. I think you're gonna cut them open.
Yep.
Get them some scars.
There we go. Liz is in the chat.
Hey,
hello, Liz.
Liz, I see we got Richard there too.
Yep, Rich is there, and of course he's on Team Sunny.
That's right. Thank you, Richard. Always appreciate it.
Man, Richard, makes me regret getting you that Dexter the Cat book signed by Jim Calafore. Huh?
But when you're a part of Team Sunny, you could be part of other teams as well.
All right.
I'm
Very
very
good,
open
very
with
good.
that. Yeah. So.
But I'm glad you two are joining us so far.
Yeah, welcome everyone. I'm glad you're here. Like I said, we'll be reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man, Family Business. We'll be having the F list today. Somebody happens to do with some gin. And Richard's right when he says hit that like button, buy Dan Kelly art, do some push-ups. Or you can be like Uncle Gary and just get a whole bunch of comic books and just lift them like how he last week had that huge, I call it the Galactus copy of the Galactus trilogy because it was literally like.
That's right, it was.
Huge.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No offense, Sonny, but I'm on Team Sal. Nice.
Okay, offense taken.
Oh, Liz. I'm glad you're doing better too, Liz. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Gary gave us an update, just that you were doing better and you're recovering nicely, which we are happy for.
Yeah. Even though you're Team Sal, I'm still wishing you a speedy recovery.
That's a team to take down a gorilla.
Yeah, that was why, because one of the videos. Yeah, I was telling. Remember, like a month or two ago when it came down to the 100 men versus the 100 men versus the gorilla.
Yeah,
it was that talk for like a couple days. So I had a short skit about it, and that's when Richard said, "Team Sunny."
Team Sunny. Okay, Team Sunny it is. That's okay. I'm on Team Sunny as well because, I love giving him some help with his stuff as well. I gave him some little voiceovers, which I'm sure he's going to use later in his series.
Yes, I will. Yeah, so that's one quick thing to mention. All right, Sal, perfect way for us to mention our works. And you know what? Like I have been working on a series about a series every day.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You don't have a card. Why don't you have a card? You should have a card.
I really should, but I don't.
You don't have a card.
There's nothing to have me under. But you can always just look up Sonny Kruger or Sonny the writer, and Google will take you to me. Another time, Dan Kelly on the show, he looked up the world famous Sonny Kruger, and I still showed up.
That's number one search. That's the number one pick.
That's right, me. But yeah, so working on a series about a series, editing every day, and when episode 4 finale comes out, this guy next to me, you're gonna hear his voice. You're like, wait a minute, is that Sal the Slab Guy?
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
And then, of course, you'll see me in there since I'm the lead role of Buck Banderas. And before, there was a time, when you heard some of the other people from Codex, like Jamie's voice was used in episode 1, and Dan had a song in episode 2. So Codex is involved, and every now and then I'll add in also this super cool hoodie behind me that you can get. It'll be seen in this episode.
Nice. When do you expect that episode to drop?
Right now, I'm looking at a late September release. So still editing every day. And I did make a good chapter. I got through something good yesterday / this morning since it was like 6 a.m. And it was finishing the color grading. So now it's focusing on the audio, putting it together, get it out there. But yes, that's one thing I've been up to. And another thing is the Codex station. We've been nominated. The CBC Awards are up again, and we are nominated. And you know what? If you look, there was something very interesting I was nominated for. Sonny Kruger. Beard. So it's not right for the beard.
Beard guru? Beard guru, is it?
No, just Sonny Kruger beard for my beard.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good.
So I'm glad to be nominated for my looks and not my skills or my personality, just my looks.
Hey,
but I did see Ron. I saw Sal the Slab guy. I see the Codex Station. I see the Codex podcast.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I'm on there too. I got nominated. Sweet.
Sales.
Sal's Comic Corner. Sal's Comic
Corner.
I did not see that last time I looked. So cool.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for nominating us.
Yes.
Even individuals from here, and like the Codex Station, and one also. Oh my gosh. Son of the writer from the Codex Station. So, there you go. So my name's Sonny Kruger only goes with the beard, but we know who Son of the writer is.
That's it. Yes, we do.
Yeah, so we're on there. Yeah,
Let me turn that light off. Let me see if There we go. That gives you less glare on the books. There we go.
Richard. I appreciate that. We appreciate
that. Man. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that.
And we really do. We want those awards. We'd like to be, the main things. I just love having fun doing this. Awards, no awards. I love doing this, but it's nice to win stuff too.
All right, Mr. Keith is in the house.
Hello, Mr. Keith.
Yeah. And Liz says she did it. So did Liz. Blah.
Thank you. So it is very appreciated.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
Thank you. And here's some other things we got going on before we jump onto our actual show. That I'll be doing a walk for scleroderma this weekend on August 3rd. You know what? I don't have the link up. Or no, I do have the link up.
Do you have it?
Well, let me. I have the link. Let me just put it in our chat.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So there it is. I'm doing a walk for scleroderma. It's an autoimmune disease that my mother has. That was why actually I missed 2 weeks ago why we weren't able to do an episode. My mother's in the hospital, and one of the things that we didn't realize what it affected is that, so we know it affects your inside, your blood, and then it's also then causing her nose to have reverse nosebleed. So she was spitting up blood. So, not so nice. So we had to go there. And then, so if in a couple weeks, she may have to have a surgery on it. So if I have to miss, then you know why. But so this weekend on August 3rd, I will be doing a walk for scleroderma. And so I've been raising some money. That's what that link is for. So that's what I'll be doing.
Very cool. Very cool. Does anybody behind you with like a cattle prod going, "Walk faster! Walk faster!"
No, I'm pretty fast.
All right.
But who knows? This time we may be going with a few other people. Like I go, Maria goes. So who knows? Maybe somebody else will be there. Maybe somebody's listening to this show and they'll be there and they'll be like, "This is from Sal the Slab guy." This is a message. Sal sends his regards.
And a meatball sub, according to Dan.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to donate too, Sonny. I'm just waiting for payday to roll around, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot you a little bit of cash through there.
Thank you, Sal. I appreciate it, man.
No problem, buddy. And Richard says, "This is an awesome book to display. Of course, I'd vote for Sal." Thank you, Richard.
There you go. And rightfully earned, Sal. You're a guy who deserves to be nominated. And speaking of those nominations, let me put that in the chat where you can vote for us, the CBC Awards.
Yep. Right. There you go.
Also in the chat,
And they break it down. Categories like under 100 subs, under 500 subs, or something like that. And they do like how many, like YouTube's that do how many live shows a week, that type of situation. So
a lot of different categories. I did like that. When I see so it's not like, I'd say somebody's just super popular. Like, okay, everyone's, it's like you said, it's this many to this many subscribers, or 1,000 to 2,000. So
right. So Booge is in the house. What's up, Booge?
Hey, Booge.
And Bill has joined us as well. I'm with Bill. You guys. You put on a good show, as always. Thank you so much, Bill. Appreciate
always
that.
Appreciate it.
Excuse me.
All right, but and then another thing that happened, last week, the day before we did the podcast, Ozzy Osbourne had passed away. I saw today was service, and then the day after, we lost this guy. So I thought I'd pull out my toy. Hulk Hogan passed away, and if you notice, this one's not broken. One might call this,
ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at history in the making right now. Sonny has an unbroken toy.
That's right. This unbroken Hulk Hogan toy, which is very hard to break.
Yep, that was also sad as well. That was crazy. I mean, we had a week there that just like 4 people passed away that were pretty popular.
Yeah,
you know.
we have a lot of passings last week, and then now it's a new week. So we hope that this week is a lot better, a lot nicer.
Jamal, what's his name? Jamal Warner? Jamal
from the Cosby Show.
From the Cosby Show died of a drowning accident.
He drowned. That was because especially when you look at him, like, oh, he was only in his 50s. He was very young.
He was 54. He was younger than me.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, let's not talk about death anymore. I don't like talking about it.
Yeah.
Hey, can I throw up this other book, or do you want to wait for the show for that?
What you got?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Let's see what you got, Sal. Show us what you got.
All right.
The door opens.
As the door opens, Luna's coming back in. She's going to come back in and lay down, and in 2 seconds, go back out again. Anyhow, as you all know, that I subscribe a lot of my my books from Heroes Corner Comics. If you haven't checked them out, go over to heroescornercomics.com. Give them a check out. They got a lot of good stuff. They do a pull list for me, and they sent me free of charge this foil version of Archie meets Jay and Silent Bob. And it's a foil wraparound, and you can see it's a Heroes.
There's me bigger.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, now we got you.
You can see Heroes Corners, and it says groceries instead of comics. But it's Jay and Silent Bob meet Archie, and they're there smoking them out. It's pretty funny.
Anyhow, that's awesome. Heroes Corner Comics, they're really good with that, with like adding in, like surprising you with great comics.
Yeah, yep, they do. So they sent me this, and this actually features. Gary showed this off on one of our Comics Unleashed show, and it has the clear backing board. So that's the hard plastic, so you can actually show both sides of the book.
Nice.
So, anyhow, I just wanted to give them a quick shout out because they always treat me right, and I like giving them a shout out.
Yeah, I like ordering from them. Yeah, we've been ordering from there for years. Yeah, not long ago I had gotten quite a few X-Men comics, and like I said, they had thrown in a couple. Like they got me started with the whole One World Under Doom. So yeah,
very good.
Yeah, that's awesome cover.
So let's see.
And today also, I'm putting Sale to work, because when you're on, that's when we have the which one is Slabbed. So you were the one who leads that.
Yeah.
But then also the right or wrong. And then when it comes to Variant Insanity, you always give me the info every week.
Right.
But then when you're on here with me, I don't know. I don't get the pictures. You know it.
Right. Oh, thanks, Boosh. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And Liz also said that was pretty nice as well. She got that cover, not that amazing cover. Yep, that was exclusive to Heroes Corner Comics. And see, my dog Luna just went back out again. Give her another minute, she'll be right back,
And she wanted to see the comic. She said, wait, what comic book were you showing?
Yep. She must have heard somebody open up a cheese wrapper, and that's why she ran off.
No. Yeah, well, that's sometimes how I am when I hear the ice cream truck, even too if I hear it. If randomly we're doing the episode and suddenly I just scream ice cream truck, what's driving around my neighborhood.
No problem. I'll hold the fort down if that ever happens. I got your back.
Great. And then you just see me back in that episode eating an ice cream. Yeah.
Indeed. All right. Do we have anything else we want to do in the pre-show before we kick this one off?
Yeah, it's been a good pre-show. We've got a lot going on for the actual show, so
yeah, we got a lot.
I'm ready for the actual show. If you're ready,
Sonny's right. I have to do all the work on the days that I'm here on the podcast. So I load up all the graphics. I get all this stuff. I do the Variant Insanity, the right and wrong. He has to do nothing but show up with his pretty beard and just
with my nominated beard.
My nominated beard. All right, let's go ahead and kick off the show. Where is the intro for us tonight? There it is. All right, folks, stand by about 1 minute. We'll be right back. We're heading to the main show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the actual show of the Code X podcast. We are in episode 163.
Holy cow.
Yeah, as usual, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger. I'm joined by Sal, the Slab Guy.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Sonny, thank you for having me back on again. Always a pleasure.
Hey, glad to have you on. And like I said, like you were saying in the pre-show, we had a good pre-show. We're talking a bit about Scourgemer, about how the Codex Station is being nominated for awards, the CBC Awards.
Yep.
We even talked about good job with those graphics, Sal. We
Yeah,
talked about
thank you.
Hulk Hogan and how I actually did not break his toy, and we were talking about how like I said why I had missed a couple weeks ago, because my mouth's scleroderma, how I'm doing the walk this weekend, but now I'm back and I had time to buy the comic that we're going to review, and that will be Amazing Spider-Man Family Business.
It's family business. Family
That
business. Family business. All right.
But we got that, and before, we'll be having the F list. We'll be having a random panel of the week. Somebody's got new underwear to show us. It's a hot one. It's been hot this week, or at least here. So someone's got a new idea for underwear. I don't know if it's Sal. Sal's pointing at Sal. Maybe Sal's got it.
No.
Sal, I think are you offering to model the underwear that will be shown in the random panel of the week?
No, I will not. Because I rarely wear underwear, and when I do, it's usually something, incredibly weird. So,
are you going commando under there, Sal? Just keep that camera up right where it is.
All right, we'll do, sir. We'll do.
But if anybody wants to see Sal modeling the underwear that will be shown in random panel, we just put it in the comments, and then we'll make him do it.
Nope. Please don't.
Yeah, but we got Variant Insanity. We got Sal will be doing the right or wrong. Sal will also be doing the which one is slabbed.
Yep.
And Sal will also be hitting the button because it's about to be time for the comic book news / the rundown.
The rest of rundown. Oh, there we go. Rundown.
Okay, so it was San Diego Comic-Con. So there was a lot of news with that, with a lot of shows, a lot of trailers. But we're not going to go detail for detail because there were so many announcements there and trailers revealed. But some other stuff that is going on is Frank Miller is returning to two of his most beloved characters. As we know, he wrote the classic 4-issue miniseries of Wolverine, and we know he wrote The Dark Knight Returns. So Frank Miller will be writing and drawing an Old Man Logan versus the Dark Knight from Dark Knight Returns story. It'll be a little mini series, a little mini story at the end of the Deadpool Batman crossover.
Oh, okay.
So, that'll come out September 17th. And then also John Byrne had a fan fiction of X-Men. And now that fan fiction story is actually being made into an actual story, and it will be considered an X-Men Else-When story.
Else-When?
Yeah, so not calling it Else-When, they're calling it Else-When story. And
interesting.
With that, it's going to be 3 volumes. Each volume is going to be over 200 pages.
Richard's already jumping into the Variant Insanity.
He's got TMNT for 28 variants. And Boo's saying RoboCop. We're going to have Variant Insanity in a little bit.
Chill. We'll get to that segment soon. Don't worry. We're still on the rundown.
We'll come back to, they save in our side. But so like I said, so John Byrne's fan fiction of X-Men and Else-When story, it's going to be released as an actual story in 3 volumes. Each volume will be over 200 pages. And then also, I'm trying to get the name right, but we know this actor. He was the Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. He's in the new season of Dexter Resurrection. David Dastmalchian. He will be...
Yeah, go ahead.
So David Dastmalchian will be making a horror comic book, and it's called The Accessories. It's a 5-issue series, and it will come out next year in June, and it will be focusing on the sidekicks. It will be focusing on Renfield, on Mrs. Hyde, and on Igor.
Okay. I have to agree with you, Booj, on that one. I'm not, I'm not a big Frank Miller fan, current Frank Miller fan, but in the past, I was a very big Frank Miller fan. But back to this guy. What was his name again?
David Dastmalchian.
He was also in Ant-Man movies. He was the hacker, the computer hacker.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's there, and then... But okay, so shall we jump on to Frank Miller first then?
Do it.
Yeah, so I think like a lot of people are agreeing, right? Obviously, it's no surprise he is past his prime, right? We've seen that. We've seen some of the covers. We've kind of cringed at some of them. But like I said, it's like you were saying, Sal, I'm a huge fan of his work before. Like I said, that we reviewed that Wolverine miniseries. We both, I
Yeah,
know
well,
we had that
yeah,
10, right? And the Dark
right.
Knight Returns is another classic. Daredevil Born Again was one of the first stories I picked for us to review on the Codex podcast before it was even the station.
Oof.
One of the first things I'm like, Jamie, we got to review Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah. Booch just talking about David that he was in the movie last night with the devil. Yeah, so he's in a lot, and he's a horror fan. And like I said, he's making that horror comic. But yeah, so let's see. Mr. Keith says, yeah, remember the last time Frank Miller did Batman in the future or the past?
Yep, I think he's talking about Dark Knight Returns. I think that's a post-apocalyptic type of future.
Yeah, so that was the post-apocalyptic.
If I'm wrong, Mr. Keith, let me know.
That is a story. Somehow we haven't reviewed that one yet on the show, but definitely I'll have to review it sometime. But yeah, so with that, I can't. This is a mini. It's a short story. Like I said, it's at the end of the Deadpool, or the end of the Deadpool Batman story. So it's probably gonna only be a few pages. I like that he's writing it. I said not so much of him drawing it, because like I said, with his artwork is nowhere near the same as it was. But maybe in his case, it's two of his most beloved stories. So maybe, even two before his time. He wants to do one more story with two of his loved characters. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, with that whole Batman and Deadpool crossover, there's so much talk. We know many of us are going to be checking it out. So, it's just kind of curious of how it will all be. So the countdown is almost over in September.
Yep.
I'm sure some of us, I think when there's a Comics Unleashed episode, I think all you guys are going to be showing some Deadpool Batman crossovers.
Liz has to head out, so good night, Liz. Get some rest. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, good night, Liz, and thank you. And remember, you can always come back and check it out another time. So
yeah,
get some rest.
Yep.
Dream of comic books.
Yes.
I'm only directed to Spirit.
Yeah.
Not our favorite Sin City movie, but hey, Sin City's nice. I do love Sin City.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get that Deadpool Batman crossover. No, pass it by. Who cares?
Oh, now that you mentioned, you're saying this extra stories at the end. I'll pick up one cover. I'm not going all in for all the variants on this one. I'm just gonna pick one and get that one.
Batman Venomized variant cover.
Then yes, I'm getting that one.
Alfred Venomized variant cover.
Yeah, I'm getting that one then too. Okay.
Venomized Batmobile, Venomized Jim Gordon. Yeah.
Everybody gets a symbiote. Did you know that giant penny in the Batcave?
There you go. Yeah.
It's got a symbiote.
Yeah, and then it becomes like a Venom.
A Venom penny. Yep.
Penny Plunderer Venomized.
Yeah, there you go. You know who would be really good Venomized? Mr. Bubbles. The bubble guy from the last F-lister.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I wonder how he would be just black bubbles. Yeah. and I gotta make it for Uncle Gary. Heavy flow Venomized.
Oh God. Yeah, that's an Uncle Gary special. Let me tell you right there.
Yeah. All right, but yeah. So do you think? So you were saying that you think with the little stories has you more interested than the big one?
Yeah, because number one, I'm not a Deadpool fan. I'm not 100% Deadpool fan. I saw Deadpool Wolverine, and at first I liked it, but I watched it a couple more times, and I went, Hugh Jackman was the draw for me on that, and there was always certain scenes that I actually liked. So after that, I've lost interest in Deadpool.
With the 5 watches, you were like, eh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like to give it a chance. I'll rewatch it, especially if I got it on, some type of streaming service. I'll rewatch it a few times. I'll play it while I'm at work, and while I'm doing some work, and I can, rewatch it that way.
So you've seen it more than me. But I actually loved I love all the Deadpool movies. I'm a big Deadpool fan.
Right.
So, but you've seen the movie more than me.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Well, come over to my house.
You can watch the movie.
You could come over to my house. You can watch as many times as you want. How's that sound?
Thank you. Even though I got it on, even though I have it. all the movies we both like. I'll be like, let's watch the one that you're kind of about.
Yeah, let's watch it. All right, fine. Yeah.
Let's go watch that John Byrne fan fiction one. Dan had mentioned, our very own Dan Kelly. And
Yes.
with it, he was saying that he remembers when that fan fiction was being released, and he would print out the papers. Like he would print it out.
Yeah.
There you go. You find Dan Kelly at Dan Kelly Art.
Every time we talk about him, I got to throw his info up there because he does some amazing stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So, what about you? I mean, it sounds interesting. Like they said, else when.
Yeah.
Audience is pretty long. Like they said, over 200 pages per volume in 3 volumes.
Yeah. Right.
And it is supposed to be after the Dark Phoenix saga. That it's after the Dark Phoenix. It's supposed to take things, in a different direction. So,
I would like to see that.
Yeah, I like to see maybe too. Obviously we have online now. Maybe I'll see like in our comic book groups, maybe Count Character of the Day. See if anybody mentions, oh, it's really good. You gotta check it out. Or I'm sure somebody on Comics Unleashed is gonna have it. So.
Yeah, I'm sure. There'll be one of us will have it every Saturday night, 11 p.m. for all you night owls. We do our latest pulls of the week and whatever back issues or special issues we picked up. Like I picked up that one right there. So, check it out.
And before we move on, tomorrow, Comic Character of the Week. Who is?
Tomorrow is a good one. We are covering Phantom Stranger.
Oh, nice.
A little supernatural stuff. A little mysterious vibe there. Maybe a little psychedelic 60s or 70s, 60s type of mystery there. But yeah, I've done a lot of reading for him. I picked out 3 stories. Yeah, it should be pretty good. I'm working on that intro. I'm still working on that intro. I'm going to change it up. I didn't like my first 10 versions of the intros that I made. So I've deleted those and I've on now number 11. So we'll see how it happens.
Oh, good luck. Good luck on that number 11.
Thank you.
But yeah, so interesting because a character I like, but when you really think about when it's like, wait a minute, what are like some top covers, some top stories? So it's always good to watch and hear like, okay,
yes,
let me add this to my to read list. Let me add this one, and
yep, indeed,
add more and more to the collection.
Yep.
And Bruce says, yeah, Phantom Stranger, nice. Yes, nice. You see. It's cool. I like, love when you guys have like the big episodes, like of the big characters that we all pretty much know and love, but then also the characters. Listen, I know and really like the Phantom Stranger, but like I said, if you're like Sonny, what are your 3 favorite Phantom Stranger stories? I say, wait a minute, let me see. Like pick up some others. So that's why it's always great to watch. Yeah.
Right. So we try to alternate. We do like like a big character or a team or popular, and then we try to do a little bit more off the beaten path, you might say. Type of character.
Yeah. Grimjack. I was I didn't know Grimjack until the episode.
There you go. Well, there you go. That's why we do it. Bring out this information to everybody. Yeah, Richard, all his covers are cool. Yes, because my initial cut had like about 8 covers and I had to get that down to 3. So I was like, I usually wait until I get covers from Jamie, from Gary, from Dan. And then I see which ones I picked, if they picked any that I picked, then I could easily eliminate ones that I picked, that type of situation. So it's easier.
Nice.
So I always wait for them to pick theirs and then I'll hone in my 3.
Yeah. And then, so it's a lot of news about San Diego Comic-Con. Once there's a con, there's a lot of stuff going on. Any ones that really stood out to you? Like I know Peacemaker had a new trailer, but I actually didn't watch it because I'm getting ready to watch it, and right now I'm at the point where I don't want any more spoilers. I know the song was revealed, and I like it. It's a new catchy song. It's new for the show. Like it's a different opening. Yeah. And before the band Wigwam, who did the theme for the other one, I was already a fan before. Yeah. So I like with Peacemaker. I love their soundtracks. It's all these bands that I like that nobody else knows, and now I can say that song. It was in Peacemaker.
There you go. I have not caught up on all the San Diego Comic-Con news. Was there anything else that popped out of there?
It's Invincible season 4.
That's good to know.
Yeah, that's how it. Was there an Azrael Batman trailer? And it's an animated movie.
I did not hear about that one.
Yeah, hearing that it's going to have a different kind of Joker origin, so they're going to obviously change with that. But yeah, so it was an animated film of Batman as real.
That would be very cool. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, and then there was talks of other stuff. There was talks about like the new Predator movie, and then so some things like that. And you went to it, like when something is just escaping my mind, and then right after the show, I'm sure it will come, and I'll be like, why didn't I remember that?
I just been so busy with work and stuff like that I just haven't had a chance to catch up on all the Comic-Con news coming out of there. But Mr. Keith has something here. Creature Commandos was a full-on Goggle Bordero songs. Yeah, Google. Am I pronouncing that right?
Cool.
Probably not.
Google Bordello songs.
Yeah, Google Bordello songs. Nice. I did watch all of Creature Commandos. I was kind of disappointed they stopped at episode 7. Yeah, episode 7. I was hoping they'd keep going with it. I thought it'd be a little bit more, but 7 episodes is all I've seen.
Also, too, there's news about some other stuff too. Like I'll try to keep it right to strictly comic stuff, or we're gonna go on and on and on. But even to like Jason, for your horror fans, like Jason Voorhees, there was talk. I mean, somewhere in the future there's gonna be a movie, but now but there's gonna be like a short film. I saw a pretty cool trailer. I was like, oh, look at that, not bad for Bush said they're going to do more of the animated Batman series they did like a year ago or so. Okay,
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Then too, like there was things about action figures, things like that. And that's one thing. Now I saw. Did you see the video of the Galactus outfit?
I posted that in the Comic Character of the Day page.
Okay, you posted it.
Yeah, yes. I posted that. Folks, go to the Comic Character of the Day page. Check out this post I did. It is absolutely hilarious. Not hilarious, but it's amazing because this guy built a Galactus cosplay suit, and it is about, I want to say, 10 feet tall.
I would say about so. Yeah.
About 10 feet tall, and he's just jumping through the aisles like that. He's not digging for dollar books, I can tell you that. Not in that outfit, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was really cool. Yeah, that's one thing I've
it's got like some neon lighting to it and everything. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the amazing cosplays you see, and just not even obviously at cons, but just all over. Some of those cosplays are just truly incredible. What people can do when they put your mind to something and they set it up and they make these outfits, and they're amazing.
Right. I wonder, I understand that it takes a lot of time and you get a lot of effort into these things, but what are they honestly doing? Through the show. I mean, they're just pretty much just walking around. They're probably entering a costume contest, but they're not there to buy comic books. I can tell you that much because they, like I said, they're not digging through.
In that kind of outfit, outfit, because some people just have them, right, and you can still grab them, regardless of how cool the outfit is. But like I said, an outfit like that one, like I said, check it out. Like I said, it's about 10 feet tall, so obviously the man is not just walking around regular, and
right.
Unless they have somebody with hey, can you look for this one? And later when I take my arms, head, and legs off, I'll pay you your money back.
Yeah. So give me a second here. I just grabbed a screenshot, and I'm gonna save it.
Cool. Yeah. I imagine that Galactus is trying to get a comic, and you grab it, and you're like, you can't get that. You can't even touch me because I'm, you're way up there, and I'm way down here.
Yep. All right, it's there. So let me pull it over here. Tech stuff going on. Uncle Gary would have had this loaded up 5 minutes ago. Yeah.
Probably within seconds. Of course, I think he would have had it. Yeah.
Right. He would just have to think it, and it'll pop up for him. That type of thing. Come on. There we go.
That was it. In Invincible season 4, after Matthew Rise is going to be voicing. Nice. I like Matthew Rise. He was in The Americans. I like the show The Americans. He was in there, so yes, he'll be added to the cast of Invincible season 4.
Very cool.
All right. What are we doing with that picture?
It's please stand by. Technical difficulties are happening at the Slabatorium. It's so cold that my machines are locking up.
Yeah. Oh.
Of course, it's because you need to get the picture right away. That's why it's taking its time.
Yeah. So we want it to appear all nice. We don't want it to appear and it's super nasty and it hurts our eyes to look at. So we'll give it its time to load.
It's uploading now, and Oh, it's
Make
it's
sure
not
it's the
video.
right picture, and make sure you
Yeah,
didn't upload any of those wrong pictures, Sal.
yeah. We're not making sure. Not those pictures. That's for the after dark.
After
Comics
dark,
only.
yeah.
All right, here we go.
There you go. Yeah.
That's more than 10 feet tall. That's got to be maybe about 15.
Hey man, trying to look.
I mean, that's amazing. That is just freaking awesome.
Yeah, I see even the lights and everything. And then in the video, there's also like a female galactus who actually, like, her outfit is nice too.
Yeah.
But it's just like this one is so huge that everyone's kind of looking at
Yeah.
the giant galactus going around.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
there you
remember
have it,
before going
folks.
to one of the C2E2s talking to somebody who, like, she had like a very nice outfit, and I was like, how do you make that? Like, around about money wise, and she was like, oh, it's easily over $1,000 with like paint and this equipment. Like,
Wow.
so she put a lot into her outfit, and I'm
Mm,
sure some people, yeah, they do a lot. But hey, when you're
yeah,
passionate about something,
that's their thing.
sometimes you do what you gotta do. Like
That's,
we have our
yeah.
things we're passionate about, and some people, hey, they make those outfits, and I'm a fan. Like I said, I love seeing cosplay.
Me too. I have to agree.
Yeah,
Especially when they got that much attention to detail. That's when I stop them and get a picture.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's always just cool to see. One of my favorite reasons for going to cons is seeing cosplays. Yeah, we want those comic books, but I also like to see the cosplay. So, Sal, should we say that wraps up our comic news for the day? Unless there's anything else you wanted to focus on.
No, nothing else to add. So I think we're good there.
All right then. That's what you want. Time for let's wait 1 second. Mr. Keith says,
Mr. Keith.
Yeah, I said, did his girlfriend dress up like Silver Surfer and warn people he was walking around? That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. There was a female Silver Surfer with that group. I don't know if she was with him, but that would be pretty funny and yeah very cool. I've got the Herald of Galactus. He's coming down aisle 1.
Yeah, but the surfboard, you can just get a skateboard, paint it silver, and
just scoot through.
Screw through, yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, warning. Watch out, you'll see him above you.
That's funny. That's crazy though.
Some might say it's insanity. So.
Oh my gosh, insanity! Are we talking about the insanity? Very insanity this week?
I think it's time to dance.
I think it is time to dance. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen, for some variant insanity. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Here we go.
Yeah.
We're back.
Let's get to it.
All right. So, folks, this is the segment where we guess the variant of the week. According to the CLZ app, let's give a little shout out to CLZ for your collecting purposes. I catalog all my books through CLZ. It's a great app to have. They will tell you the number of variants that each book is coming out with that week. And there's always one book that stands out from the rest with the number of variants. So everybody can take your guess of what book it was and how many variants it was. Let's start off with book title. So, Sonny, why don't you tell me
what I had mine written down today. I looked up. I said, what are some comic books that came out? And my guess was Heat Seeker Exposed number 2. I remember the first one won. So Heat Seeker Exposed.
Yes, that one did have a lot of variants this week. I remember.
You know what? In the chat, there were some guesses early on. I'll find them for you.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
We had Richard's TMNT
and 28 variants. Always a good guess.
Bruce said RoboCop. All right, so we got TMNT, RoboCop, and Heat Seeker Exposed.
Right. Yep. So, like I said, this is through the CLZ app. If you look through it, you'll see the number of variants for each book or each title coming out that week, and you can actually go backwards in time and go forwards a little bit, but I don't trust going too far forwards because I think the numbers change before the week comes out. So I always wait till Wednesday to get the number of variants for each book.
Yeah, when I wake up in bed, I grab my phone and I look, and then I see I have a message from sales like, this is the one. This is the most.
Yep, this is the one. This is how many variants it's got. Good luck.
Yeah. Some other comics that came out this week when I was looking, Thundercats. It's called Thundercats Lost. So I was almost gonna go with that, but then I went with Heat Seeker. Also, there was a new Terminator that came out, and Terminator's won a couple of times. Yeah, so those are some other ones that came out. Wolverine story, a Savage Wolverine.
Hang on, I could actually tell you what some of the last one we got. Vampirella, Something's Killing the Children, Heat Seeker Exposed. That number 1 was in Thundercats Lost. Exquisite Corpses came out one time, week 20 with the most variants. Let's see who has the highest variants so far this year. That would be Silverhawks from week 5 at 49.
Oh.
And then second place would be Vampirella, another Vampirella. That came out week 13 at 40 variants, and making a tie for second place was a Marvel book, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, had 40 variants as well. So that came out week 15.
Okay. So, all right, everyone. Shall I give them the countdown, or do you want to give the countdown, Sal?
I'll give the countdown. This it's my variant insanity. Let's give me do the countdown. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so no one in the chat wants to guess. That's all right. That's all cool. Some people have already guessed, so we're gonna go with this: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so this week the book with the most variant covers is Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Space Quest number 3.
Wow, Space Ghost. Well, no, so nobody wins. Nobody got it right. So Space Ghost, Johnny Quest number 3. Yes, no surprise, Dynamite.
And no surprise, Dynamite. Let me show this because I did this as well. We have the writer Joe Casey, the artist is Sebastian Pires, if I'm pronouncing that right, and of course cover artist Mark Spears, who's recently doing all the monster covers, I believe, for DC and Marvel, I believe. Nice. So yes, so we want to take a guess on how many variant covers, how many numbers was this one?
Yeah. So Mr. Keith had come in with Silverhawks. Maybe he probably went to send it right before we hit.
Sorry, Mr. Keith. If you want to retype your answer and say Space Ghost, I'll let you I'll let you do that.
All right, so I was going with, well, okay, so obviously we know it's not Heat Seeker, but I'm still gonna go with the number, and I was gonna go with 33 covers.
33. All right, Mr. Keith, since you're the one that's been guessing recently, how many covers do you think it's got? 525,600 variants. And I got every single one of them, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Dynamite, they're getting excited. They're preparing for a big, they were for a couple years, or not a couple years, no way, for a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. It wasn't them. Maybe they were looking for a buyer, a seller, somebody who can, get them out there. And then they must have got their deal because now they're winning every week again.
Yep, they're back on there. They're back on schedule. Well, it's not 525,600 variants, unfortunately. All right, so let's go ahead and give the countdown. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so this week, Space Ghost Space Quest had 13 variants.
I was only 20 above.
Only 20 above.
Okay, it was issue number. What issue was it?
Number 3. Issue number 3. Issue number 3.
I like to write
so it was not a high number. I have that actually in my low range because I color code my my variant sanity sheet, and from 5 to 15 I consider low. So it is in the low category.
I think you're wrong. I think it's Heat Seeker Exposed, and I think it had 33 covers.
Okay, all right. Okay, Sonny, you can win.
I just have to keep myself the award. No. Okay, so there we go. So with a space, is that story called Space Ghost and Johnny Quest, or is it just called
No. It's actually it's Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Space Quest. God, there's a lot of space in that. Let me bring it back up there. See, Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Space Quest. So this is another series, or another series out right now. There's a Space Ghost series, there's a Johnny Quest series, and then there's this, which the combination of them both.
All right, so there we go. It's insane.
That is insane. It is insane.
Also insane that when it's 13, we're like, wow, that was low.
That was low. I know.
13 copies.
They were slacking this week. Yep. They forgot to run the printer or ink or something like that.
Yeah. So all right, Sal. It's time for it's usually once a month. It's only when you're on. It's time for which one is slabbed.
Slabbed. I don't have an intro for which one is slabbed. Oh.
One day, maybe next month.
Okay, next month we're gonna have an intro for Slabbed. Which one is Slabbed? All right.
Speaking of Slabbed, I saw your show. Slabbed as a beginning, yeah. Glad to see he was back.
Yeah, definitely. We interviewed the 9.9 Newsstand YouTuber. Amazing guy. He's really great. Go follow him. He does a lot of cutting edge stuff. He was the one that exposed CGC
the scandal, right?
For the scandal. He was the one that exposed them for that. So
again, he was on here. He was on Codex.
Yep.
Yeah, wow. So it was good to see him again.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. So this segment I like to call is which one is slabbed, because I grab 3 books. I have 3 sets of 3. I have 3 books, and I ask you which one is slabbed. You can just guess A, B, or C. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to guess the variant or how many variants it was. You just got to guess which one was slabbed. Okay. So first up, let's see. First up is, let's go old school horror, shall we?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So this is where monsters dwell. There's number 8, number 7, and number 1. So you have to guess which one I have of these is slabbed.
Ooh. Where monsters dwell. Well, this is my first time ever hearing of word monsters dwell.
Okay. Really?
I'm going to go with B, the one in the middle. So it would be issue number 7.
Yep. All right. So let me pull up the date on this. I know it was 70s. Where's monsters dwell?
Rambu, his very name made mankind tremble.
Yep. So this series started in 1970. So yes. All right. So stand by, folks, for the answer to that one. Next up is Punisher.
Awesome.
So check out this one. Which one is slabbed here?
Well, part of me wants to go with
that Alex Ross one. Is
C, but I feel like I'm just gonna have to go with the Alex Ross one. I love that cover.
That is an awesome cover. That is.
Yeah,
that is.
I'm going with that one.
All right. So we went B twice, right? Is that what you did?
Yeah, BB.
All right. Very good. And
Mr. Keith had went with number 1. For number 1, he said I'm obviously going with number 7. The one that
okay, yep, he's going for issue number 7.
So same with me, yeah.
Okay, all right, very good. How about number 2? I'll let him guess for the Punisher one before I show the last one.
You want to put them up there again so we can see it real quick?
Oh yeah, the Punisher one. There you go.
Cool. I don't mind looking at some cool Punisher covers. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really like the logo too much. It didn't bother me too much, but that picture was just pretty badass as well.
Yeah, it is a cool one. I like all those covers. Yeah. For some, I'm almost going with C, but I'm just picking B because that Alex Ross cover is awesome, and I know, yeah.
It's Alex Ross. You can't go wrong. So let's see.
Mr. Keith is going with the same answer as me. Yeah. The middle one where he looks like he's mad at the Subway sandwich guy.
All right. Who isn't mad at the Subway sandwich guy? Come on. All right. So let's go ahead and pull up the next one. Oop, there we go. All right. So here we go from Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 799. These are variants of number 799.
I'm gonna go with A.
All right. This is when when Norman Osborn obtained the Carnage symbiote and merged with that for a bit, so he was called Red Goblin at the time. Little insanity meets pure evil type situation.
Yeah. I have issue 800. It's like a bigger issue. I haven't read it yet, but I have it.
What? Yeah. All right. Next time we're going to review, we're doing issue 800.
All right, Sal. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. All right. So let's go through them quickly. There's Where Monsters Dwell, number 8, number 7, number 1. Punisher was, I believe this was all number 1s, variants of number 1. Actually, you know what? I think that Alex Ross one was not number one, but okay, moving on. And Amazing Spider-Man number 799. These are all variants of that issue.
Okay, so I was with BBA. Oh, hey, Mr. Keith, the same answers as me. BBA. So we're in the
Nice.
same boat. The same boat. Either we're gonna win it all or we're gonna lose it all.
Oh my goodness. All right, so you guys ready for the winners?
Let's see it, Sal.
All right, I got it up on one slide, so here you go.
All
These
right,
are the ones I have slabbed.
Wrong. Okay, so
Yep.
Mr. Keith, you and I were in the same boat, and our boat did not hit. We did not reach our destination. We sunk.
You did not reach your destination. Please turn around. Yep. So I believe these are the Spider-Man and the Punisher were 9.8s, and that Where Monsters Dwell. It's an older book, so it did not score 9.8, but it's a 7.0, which is not bad.
Yeah, especially for, like I said, from 1970. You said
Yeah,
it was?
1970. Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
not
indeed.
bad. Hey, 1970, and it's a 7.0.
There you go. That works. And there you have it. My segment of one is slabbed.
All right, Sal. So now it's time to make you do more stuff, Sal.
I know. It's always
fun.
Yes.
So right or wrong?
All right. Right or wrong? Right or wrong?
Man with the 5 statements.
Got the 5 questions. Hold on. Mr. Keith says, I'll take the blame for this one, Sonny. No.
Thank you.
Keith, you're okay. It's Sonny's fault. Okay. It's never your fault. It's his fault over there. Come on now.
Yeah, as they say, the audience members are always right. So
That's right.
I'm not going to argue.
Okay, so 5 questions. Here we go. All right. Right or wrong? People who like the Marvel universe more than the DC universe will like the FF movie better than the Superman movie, and vice versa. So if you grew up a DC fan, you're going to like the Superman movie more than the FF movie. If you grew up a Marvel fan, you're going to like the FF movie more than the Superman movie. Right or wrong?
I'm going to say wrong. I think just kind of whichever one you happen to like. By the way, I'm planning to see Fantastic Four tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to say wrong. I think, I don't think people are going to be so much on it. No, I need to like Marvel or I need to like DC. It's not
that need. It's the fact that I think, because Gary and I talked about this, and we're on the dichotomy on this. We're the opposites. He liked Superman better than he liked Fantastic Four, but he's not saying that he didn't like Fantastic Four. He liked Fantastic Four, but he liked Superman better. I'm on the other side of the fence, where I grew up a Marvel guy, so I liked Fantastic Four better. Even though I liked Superman, I still like Fantastic Four a little bit better. And Mr. Keith comes in with number 1 as being right. Yep. And he says, yeah, but he hasn't seen FF yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I started planning to see. Maybe tomorrow I might see it.
So this is not a dig. Sorry, this is not a dig on. Ooh, I gotta like this better because it's Marvel. No. It's just I'm saying, if you take away everything else, everything being equal, how much of a fan you are on each side is going to make that determination. That's what I say. All right.
Let's go.
So let's see. I'm more of a Marvel fan, but I'm assuming I like Superman better. Okay, Mr. Keith, we'll see. Get back to us on that.
All right, so number 2.
Question number 2. The Punisher showing up in the Spider-Man movie will be a good thing.
Right.
Yes, yeah, I'm going to say right.
Yeah.
Especially if it's Josh Bernthal.
John Bernthal, yeah.
John Bernthal, yeah. Most definitely. I just saw him.
I'm excited for that.
I saw him in the Accountant 2 movie, which was terrible, by the way. But him and
Punisher and Daredevil, the Punisher and Daredevil team up.
Yeah, team up. Yep. That's what it was. Anyhow, so him in the movie was actually pretty funny. So, all right. So that's number 2. Punisher showing up in a Spider-Man movie will be a good thing. So Mr. Keith says, right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my third question of the night is, a villain redemption arc is better than a hero fall from grace arc.
Right. I like those. If I had to pick one, I like more of the hero, or excuse me, I like more of the villain trying to change their ways and become better. I tend to like those stories more.
And I thought of this question because I recently rewatched the Loki TV series.
Nice.
And I got because it's on Disney Plus, and I binged both seasons in like a day, because it's easy to
Yeah, and
do.
it's not that long of a show.
No, it's not.
So.
And John Bernthal is probably the funniest Punisher, so it could work. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. He plays that Punisher crest really well, So, So I was rewatching Loki, the TV series, and I just really liked the ending to the Loki series, where he kind of evolved from being just a regular old god of mischief villain to something more, and I really liked that. So
we're all right for that one.
All right, Mr. Keith said right. Awesome, thank you, Mr. Keith.
They like the redemption arc more than the fall from grace.
Yep. All right. Here's the long-term prediction. We're going for the Hail Mary pass here.
Right.
Long-term prediction. We'll see a symbiote in the Marvel Secret War movie.
I say right. I think it's a very good one.
Yes.
Mark it down. It was said here on the Codex Station, the
Station.
Codex podcast by Sal the Slab Guy.
Episode what number? Episode number what?
163, and it first aired on July 30th of 2025.
That's right.
Got to mention the year because
because we're 2 years away from that, at least
something. Yeah, at least.
If that could be more. All right, Mr. Keith, what did you think about that? Number 4, long-term prediction there. All right. We'll let him respond to that. I'll jump to number 5.
Number 5.
Question number 5. Going back to the Marvel Disney movies or shows series, they announced a Moon Knight 2 series. It's going to come out, Moon Knight season 2, and I think that will be awesome. Right or wrong? Mr. Keith says wrong. Sony will stick it like Eddie and Venom. Woo!
Let's see. For Moon Knight, I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say wrong, hoping that I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'm gonna say wrong in the hopes that I'm wrong. So either way, it's a win-win. If it stinks, then I'd say, see, I called it. And if it's great, I say, good. It's great.
Oh, good. It's great. I don't know, because once again, I rewatched that like last week. I rewatched that series. Now it was just well done. It was well written. I forget the guy's main character's name, but it's Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac, right. He did such an amazing job with that, I think if they do a season 2, it's going to be fine. Uh-oh. Mr. Keith is like going off the rails now. Mr. Keith, you're going to have to change your answers to more properly align with my answers. Thank you very much.
It's actually a 2-1 though. So like I said, Moon Knight. Like I said, I'm saying wrong in the hopes that I'm wrong. But...
Okay. All right. Let's see. Mr. Keith says 5. I'm sure everyone will be talented, but we'll see on the second season. Okay. Fair enough.
You hope everyone's talented. Yeah. We hope everyone is.
Yep.
Hey, so-and-so is related to one of the producers. Just give them some lines.
Yeah. See, that's how I want to get in. I want to get in the deal. That sounds the Slab Guy. Give him a couple lines. And I'll be this.
Almost seems like another show that might be coming out where you know the guy in charge.
Yep. Would you like fries with that?
Or another part you had with another show that might be coming out. You got a few lines.
Yeah.
What are you staring at?
What are you staring at? So I actually, to dial back a little bit, I actually made a couple of different versions of that had a couple of colorful metaphors put in there, but I removed them and gave you the final version.
Okay, so I'm excited. Like something that's fun next. So that's like the stuff I'm on now is going to be focusing on the audio. So putting in those parts.
Okay, cool.
All right, so yeah, we were chatting a bit about them, but yeah, so we had the ones. So right now it was basically the 3 of us chatting.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to how you made that prediction for number 4, when you were saying was that your number 4 or number 3?
Number 4 was my long-term prediction about seeing the Venom symbiote in Secret Wars, MCU.
Yeah, I think I'd be right. I think, and that'd be, think it'd be awesome if they do that. Do you want to hear a long prediction I made years ago about something that would happen in years, and we'll see.
Hit me.
After seeing Spider-Man: No Way Home,
Yeah.
we did a review here on the Codex podcast session. Codex, what was the Codex podcast? It was a special episode focused on that. And during that episode, I said my prediction was that Night Thrasher would be in one of the next three. The Night Thrasher would first appear in the MCU in the next Spider-Man trilogy. So I still got 3 movies to come. So whenever it's still many years away, but he appears in one of those, I'm gonna have to go back and be like, everybody, in the end of 2021, I call it. And now we're in 2029 or 2030, and he did appear in Spider-Man 5, 6 Ways from Home or something, and
6 Ways from Home.
I was right, yeah. So
GPS home.
Yeah.
Alexa. Oh no, it's Waze. Waze, take me home.
Waze. It's the only people I know use Waze are my aunt and uncle. Everybody else I know GPS, Google. So there you go. Now when they mention it, I'll say, yeah, I do have a friend who uses Waze.
Yeah, I used to. I don't know if you remember this, Sonny, because you're young and you probably don't remember this, but I had the TomTom device.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, see, you're young. TomTom was one of the first devices that came out for mass consumer production type of thing for basically Waze. You just typed in the address. It was a big unit, like about this big, and you typed into the address, and boom, Bob's your uncle. It sent you on your way.
Oh. I remember one of those. It could have been that one, but just remember like a GPS one was like set the big machines, and my mom used it, and it told her the wrong way for some reason. And then for years, she's like, "It's wrong. Remember that one time I like to memorize. Sonny, you need to just memorize it. That one time was wrong." I'm like, "Mom, GPS is really good." At that one time.
Are you kidding me? I used to use those big atlas maps like a pirate and just went through like, all right, we're making a left here on Main Street. Go down to, to Applecross and hang a right there. I did those like a pirate,
Yeah, my grandpa is going to be 81 next month.
Oh, wow.
He used to work for a place called Mirror Tech. It was, for phone companies, right? He used to get up on the pole and everything.
Yeah.
And he still remembers the ways to get around. Like, I'm on GPS. Yeah, like I said, I'm this generation where I will be like, where am I going GPS? Nope, I'm good with GPS. Whereas I could tell him plates right now, and he'll be like, okay, I take this there. I'll take off. Okay, I'm good. And he'll still remember it.
Nice. Yeah. Very good.
So that's one thing. He still remembers that stuff. He still is like really good with the. Yeah, he doesn't need GPS. So.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right, so I guess that wraps up the 5 right or wrong statements. I hope you liked those today.
It was very good. So, like I said, we're gonna have to remember episode 163. You made that bold prediction.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So for a little bit, I will take over on the buttons.
Then do it
for right now. So let's get on to our random panel of the week.
All right, take it away.
And there we go. It's Iceman, and he has a block over his genitals, and he says, "What do you guys think? Extreme weather athletic underwear. I'm thinking something like Cheek Chillers by Drake." So there you go. It's been hot. I know, especially over here. I'm in Chicago. It's been nasty hot, and look at that. Someone's got the perfect new underwear. It's Iceman, a block of ice.
Yep. God, I bet there's a lot of shrinkage involved in this one.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I don't think I'd care to. As hot as it is, I don't think I'd wear that. But we said earlier, Sal, that if people put it in the comments, Sal will model the underwear on Codex, but it will have to be after. It'll have to be after Unleashed, like an after dark kind of thing.
And only not OnlyFans, but it's going to be only Codex. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
It'll be it's what's it called? Not OnlyFans. It's going to be only Codex.
Hey, everybody, remember you can be a member of Codex only for $1 a month, and no, you will not have pictures of Sal in this outfit, but
no,
you do get some great stuff when you are a member. You're entered into each of our contests.
Yes, you are.
Giveaways every month. Also, you get there's exclusive videos that are only to members. Like when we did our top 10s, like
Yeah.
I know some of the top 10s, like one of them was me and Dan. We were doing fan casting, and hey, one of the fan casting I did was I said Jeremy Irons is the Phantom Stranger. Those are the ones I had said. So
that's pretty cool.
And like we said earlier, Phantom Stranger will be the man for tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. The mysterious Phantom Stranger.
I think Mr. Keith said it looks like a new TikTok challenge.
I'm not on TikTok, so thank God, no.
But I am.
Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, but speaking of my TikTok, the other day I did one about my figure, my chameleon figure, like 90s kids.
I saw that on Facebook because it gets posted on Facebook as well. That was funny.
Yeah, so it's so weird with views. Sometimes I could do one, and I'm like, I'll just put something out there, and then it's like, boom, all these views, and then there's certain ones I'll try and be in different outfits, and then it's like the views are way less. I'm like, it's just sometimes it's almost like the luck of the draw.
Yeah, I feel that way with the shorts on YouTube because I release a short every Saturday morning with my slab books. Just kind of do a short type of thing. And there was a Thor book I just did recently, a Thor #1 that had how many did it have? 870 views.
Nice.
And then the following week I had another book come out and it's only got 78 views. So I don't know, came out at the same time.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, Sal. Well, one of these days we can dream now, that one day we're gonna be like, okay, it's the Codex podcast, the Codex Station, any of our shows, and it might be the Codex podcast, it could be Comic Character of the Week, it could be Slabbed, it could be Comics Unleashed. One day we're gonna look, and suddenly those views.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the most viewed episode of the Codex podcast is when we reviewed Exo Man of War.
Oh yeah, that was right up there.
Yeah, so that's the top viewed episode. So now it's time that we get onto a list.
Oh my gosh, is this the F list?
Hey, joining the F list.
Oh wait, hold on. Before you do the F list, one more comment from Mr. Keith.
Let's see it. That's how you get snowballs.
That is true. Funny. That's a good one. Sorry. Go ahead.
All good fun with the random panel of the week. But now we move on from snowballs to Gin Genie. And there she is. See her. It looks like she's got an Xbox logo, but it's we can take a guess what the X is for. We see she's got a unibrow.
Yeah.
And here she is. Like I was saying, maybe it's best if you don't go out there at all, Gin Genie. And she says, "That's what you want. You're trying to destroy my fan base."
Oh boy, that sounds like trouble.
There she is, and she's making some kind of energy ball there.
Yep.
Your unibrows looking very strong.
Strong game on that.
There she is, yelling at one of her teammates, and she's swearing, but it's got all the symbols, and then her teammate says, "I've been called worse."
Yep. It looks like our partner doesn't even care. She's like, whatever.
Yeah. And there she is, and you can see she's Pear's drunk. "Get away from me! I hate you! I hate you all!" And then she's like, "Becca, like, please calm down." And she says, "I can't go out there. I can't."
So let me just go on record, as saying in the history of saying calming down to a woman, never has that worked. So I would suggest never saying calm down to a woman.
So I would joke and say no, say it, but you are absolutely right. That is true good advice there from Sal. Like, say, do not say that.
Yep. And
here she is. She's in the middle of a fight. She says, "Do my blotches show?"
Blotches. Okay. What blotches? I don't see no blotches.
Yeah. And then here he is. It's like I said, "Becca, let's shake things up a little." And she says, "Shaken and stirred." It's a little cheesy line for the F-lister.
That sounds like a little James Bond thing there. Shaken and stirred. All right.
Well, there she is. Sal, would you like to take a guess as to the history of Gin Genie?
Well, I'm gonna say she came from a race of immortal Cyclops. Cyclops type of people with the unibrow action, and but she was born with two eyes and therefore kicked out of her clan, and she goes by the name of Gin Genie because she likes gin, and she only drinks gin. That's where her superpowers come from. It's gin. So I have no idea what her superpowers are. We saw a little bit of it earlier with a little bit of blasting there. Trying to see. It was one episode, not that one. Not that one.
But that one?
That one. So we got something going on there. We're not sure what, but the unibrow is in full force. I bet you that unibrow is like a force shield. So that's where I'm going with.
All right, and you said that she gets her powers how again?
From gin.
Sir, you were correct.
Oh my god!
She gets, yes, Gin Genie gets her powers. Maybe not specifically, it doesn't have to be gin, but she gets her powers from drinking alcohol.
Oh my god, that's lame.
So,
that's like Cocaine Man. What's the same? Slowfire or whatever.
So with our, story today, we're going to be reviewing Spider-Man and happens to deal with, the Parkers, right?
Uh-huh.
But Gin Genie's actual name is Becca Parker.
Oh, okay.
No relation, though.
No relation.
None, at least,
no
none
relation.
At least has been said.
What is what universe or what is she?
She's Marvel. She's the Marvel from 616, and her one and only appearance is in X-Force issue 116. She was created. The writer was Peter Milligan, and the penciler was Michael Allred.
Huh.
All right.
Interesting.
So Gin Genie, yes, she gets her powers. She is a mutant. She's part of X-Force's new, one of their new teams. They say if it's your one and only issue. Mr. Keith says, I'm pretty sure she and I have dated.
Okay. All right, Mr. Keith. That's a weird flex, but we'll go with it.
I'm sure she shook things up a bit as, her powers, once she gets drunk, the more she drinks, she can, as you can see, like the cover shows, she has the power to do a lot of things, yeah. Mr. Keith says, the X on her costume actually means how many times she's been filtered through the distillery.
Wow.
But so Gin Genie and her unibrow, once she gets drunk, the more drunk she gets, the more she drinks, she can create things, even not stirring things up, she can even make full-on earthquakes. However, she not only has an ego because, you're trying to destroy my fan base. And then the reason she yelled at this character's name is You Go Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, the character You Go Girl. She was screaming because You Go Girl told her, like, saying you're a fan of Gin Genie is like admitting you're a part of Alcoholics Anonymous. So that's when she got mad and swore at her. But so they were a team of X-Force, but they were trying to be all famous. Hence why she wants to, she's wondering what's happening with her if her blotches are showing and talking about her fan base. But so her weakness is, so her powers are she drinks, then she can make earthquakes and things like that. However, her weakness is also alcoholism because she drinks so much, and as we can see, sometimes she can barely even walk, and she's stumbling, and she gets mad and lashes out at her friends. But
my goodness,
Gin Genie doesn't have the most happiest story.
Wow.
Because while that X-Force team was tasked with protecting a boy band called Boys R Us. This is real. They were tasked with protecting Boys R Us. It's Gin Genie. She's going there. She's doing her fighting, even though she's kind of like paying more attention to do my blotches show. However, Gin Genie and most of those members of X-Force were brutally shot to death. And I don't have the picture up there, but it was a very bloody scene, and what's left is her head.
Ooh, so she's off the table now.
So, R.I.P. Gin Genie, shot to death on her mission to save Boys R Us.
So they didn't save them, did they?
The two live, but I don't know how much if they actually saved the band or just kind of distracted. But yeah, they really their whole group got really shot up. There they are. Yeah.
Well, that's tough. Tough luck.
Yeah. So Gin
And that was
Genie.
a complete guess on my part with the gym with the superpower because I was just like, I have no idea.
So you got it. You nailed it. So Gin Genie, Becca Parker. She's certainly no Peter Parker.
Nope.
She's no Teresa Parker.
Yeah.
You're she's not Aunt May. She's not Ben. She's Becca Parker. Gin Genie. Do you think she stays on the F list?
Yeah. She's
I
definitely
say
on the up list. She's permanently.
Yeah, she's on there. Should I hit that outro, Sal?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Do you want me to do it? Hit that out. I'll hit. Sorry. I'll hit it. I'll hit it. But bing, there she is.
She is. Gin Genie is on the F list by Becca Parker. And now it's time we say hello to real Parkers we think of.
Peter Parker.
That's right. It is time for me and Sal to review Amazing Spider-Man Family Business.
Family Business.
Let's start this by Mark Waid, James Robinson, Gabriel Delato, and Werther Deladura.
Now, Deladura did the layouts for it, where Delato did the main stuff.
Delato did, and Justin, that artwork, some beautiful artwork there. Sal, would you like to lead?
Sure. So,
today.
Give you a quick summary. This is a one shot. So they introduced Teresa Durand.
Yes.
There we go. But she's claiming to be Peter Parker's sister.
So sister, Teresa Parker.
Teresa Parker. So this is like a spy type of novel, like James Bond, type of, into Spider-Man type of thing. And you go through this whole thing, she's a high-level CIA agent. Is she really this agent? Is she really his sister? And you go through that, and this journey goes through like Monte Carlo, Cairo, Switzerland, and Hydra's behind it, and what happens is there is a high-level Hydra guy, Mentello. Yeah, Mentello. And he's actually brainwashing of course, Teresa and Peter Parker, to think that they are related, brother and sister, and that they're even related, that even their parents had more spy action, because it was, I'm not sure if it's been retconned or not, but Richard and May Parker were supposed to be agents that were killed on the line of duty a long time ago. So they, dabble with a little more of that, and as the plot moves along, they figure out that this Hydra agent named Mentallo is using illusions and deception to manipulate them, and blurring the lines.
Don't forget who he's working for.
Yeah. Yep. Between the lines of the Kingpin, between the memory and planted fiction. So it boils down to where Peter Parker's gonna ultimately decide: is she really my sister, or am I, or what, that type of thing. So it was a good story. I loved it. It was a good, nice, easy read. It was like 112 pages, I think it was. Let me see my notes. Yep, 112 pages.
And then because I think and then a lot of it too, like after, I think of the story somewhere around 90 to 100, because then there is other pages like the making and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Real quick, there's a comment from Mr. Keith, and this is not about Teresa Parker, but I believe about Becca Parker. Gin Genie says, fortunately, she wasn't full of malarkey. Marlowe.
Yeah. So back to the story. Let's see. There's not too much characters in it. Of course, Kingpin's in it. Mentallo's in it. Peter Parker, Teresa. I'm going to call her Teresa Durand because she's not Peter Parker's sister. Spoiler alert. This came out a while ago, so I think we're okay. This came out in 2014, so I think we're safe. But at the end, it turns out that she's not his sister, but they break the manipulation from Mentallo, and they kind of go their separate ways from now. But then she gets pulled into the MCU, or MCU proper. I forget when I wrote that down. There we go. She's retconned into continuity. possibly as Richard and Mary's daughter via artificial means. But they never expanded on that. And I know she was in a couple of issues after that, but I have not seen her since. So I'm not sure what has happened to her.
All right, but me for this, I really enjoyed this. We're talking about the artwork. I absolutely loved it. I think it was the best way, and I think the writing, the storytelling, with the way it was, I really liked Teresa. I call her Teresa Parker.
Okay.
Yeah, I really liked the combination of the two. I felt Peter was himself. I liked the jokes in the head. Like all the agents coming in, and I think you're not here about the cable bill.
Yeah. The usual Spider-Man quips.
Yes, I like those. Obviously Kingpin, one of his best villains, setting this whole thing up, and it's a true way to hurt Spider-Man, and also like a way to trick him to figure out who he is. Like, oh, now I know who you are, and yes, it was a great story. Like I said, quick. It's not long. It picks up fast.
Right.
You're meeting Teresa, and then you're going here. Like I said, they're going all around the world, figuring this out and questioning this, and even too like reading. Like, wait, who is she? Like you said, like. I was reading it like, this story is, like I said, over 10 years old, and I haven't heard of her before. So, like, in a way, I'm rooting, like, it'd be cool if she is his sister.
But no.
Even the beginning, Kingpin coming across him and saying, hey, I have something for you to do. It's like, okay, don't forget. Even though they're not showing Kingpin for a while, it's like he's got a plan. He has something to do with it. And then.
Right. Oh, let me add this because I wrote this down in my notes.
There's the big robot. Go ahead.
Let me add this because I wrote this down in my notes. Think of this as like Jason Bourne meets Spider-Man with layered secrets from the Cold War and Hydra's manipulative tactics.
Very good.
That's how I felt like the story went.
Nice. And, and I felt too, also it had like a kind of a movie feel to it.
Right.
Because sometimes we read the stories and sometimes it's issue after issue and it takes you a while to get through them. Or at least me. Sometimes I'm reading and maybe it takes me a week to get through a story, a couple of weeks. Because maybe I go through an issue a day. With this, it was, I sat down, one read, and got through the whole thing, excuse me. And then I said, then after I read it online, I wanted to get it. I'm like, this one I wanted, and I wanted the collection. So I got it, and I highly recommend it. And like the artwork is beautiful. Like I said, the story, like I said, I feel really picks up fast. It's really interesting. It's intriguing. The characters are great. And then to the ending, the big climax feels like the end of a movie. Like you get the huge, the Keeper. That was right, the Keeper. And that even too with the pages when the Keeper was first being unleashed, there isn't even dialogue. It's just going of like everyone's kind of looking in the big fight, even at the end, Spider-Man versus Kingpin, with Teresa there and everything, and the heartbreak of, like when Kingpin reveals his plan, what they had all been doing the whole time.
Right.
And then, the little after it's all said and done, there's a little discovery. The man they had visited, the friend of their parents, he after they drinking coffee, at the one part he takes their cups, and then at the end he looks and he said, So, and there's a little flashback scene. So maybe she really is his sister. Maybe, maybe not. But either way, I absolutely love this story. Sal, I read it in the middle of the night, and I wanted to send you a message. I almost felt like messaging you. Every now and then I have to message you guys about certain notes for the show. It's usually in the middle of the night, and I always feel bad, but I'm like, if I don't do it, it's going to be very late. Yes. So, but when I read this, I almost wanted to say, Sal, thank you for recommending this story. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. And, when it came, I love Spider-Man. Obviously, wearing a Spider-Man shirt. I really like Teresa, and I'm like, I really hope to see more of her. I would like to see somebody take, or either I'd like to see the story continue, or somebody put her into continuity. And I wouldn't mind seeing her be like his sister or something like that, or at least have them get close.
Right.
But for me, Sonny Cougar on the Codex podcast and the Codex Station, I give Amazing Spider-Man Family Business a 10 out of 10.
Very nice.
This is one of my top reads of the year so far.
Very good. Very good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
How about you, Sal? You were the man who introduced and picked this story out.
So, okay. So, I did like it. I liked it a lot. I thought the story, like you said, moved really well. The artwork was amazing. Okay. No doubt about that. I kind of got lost a little bit with the layouts, I think, because you were watching, the panels are not lined up like your typical comic book panels. A lot of them were like overlapping like this.
Like one part, with the keeper, kind of like
Yep.
when it's crashing like, on the top. There's a
Mhm.
part, and then there's just one big picture at the bottom. We weren't too sure. Would
Right.
that be a good example to use? Okay.
Yeah. That's a good example. And also, a few of them with the kingpin as well. But um, I'm not bashing the artwork. I'm not bashing the artwork at all. I like the artwork. The artwork was really good. I think the layouts could have been a bit better. Could have been a bit better. But as far as the story goes, I love the story. The story was amazing, and I enjoyed it a lot. Yes, it would be really cool for him to have a sister out there. But personally, no, I don't want him to. He's always grown up as a only child, with May Parker, and that's just how I feel he has to be. It kind of feels
Like
kind of
he even
weird to.
said it when he said, he's like, how different my life would have been if I
Eh,
had a sister this whole time.
exactly. So, so for me, I gave this book a 9 out of 10. So, and that's still good, and I still highly recommend it. It was just those layouts kind of got me. I had to wait a minute, hold on, let me go back a page and look at that again, type situation. So, I still enjoyed the story. The artwork is phenomenal. I just think the layouts were not the greatest. That's all.
All right. Hey, so 9 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10. So it's an average of a 9.5 out of 10. So obviously,
It's a good
we
story.
highly recommend Amazing Spider-Man Family Business.
It's family business.
Sal, okay. Who else is with me?
Business.
When especially who else was feeling a vibe and was kind of hoping for Spider-Man and Teresa to get together?
No. No.
When she appeared in that dress,
I know.
you weren't feeling the vibe.
No. Was not feeling the vibe for that. No.
But all jokes aside, I absolutely love this story. So
yes, indeed, I highly recommend. Like you said, highly recommend the story. It's a very good story to pick up and read in a one shot.
Yeah.
Easy to read. You're done with it in a few minutes. It's not that overly complicated.
You're a fast reader if you're reading in a few minutes. That took a little longer than a few minutes.
Okay, take an hour. I don't know, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's not as convoluted as say like a 16-part story or stories with offshoots and stuff like that. So
yeah, like so one sitting could. Yeah, I did it in one sitting and really enjoyed it both times, and I really love it. And I wonder, why I feel it's a very underrated story because, like I said, obviously I love it. If I'm giving it that 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Man, this story's so good. How come I never heard of it before? Literally, you were the only one who said, "How about this story?" I'm like, okay. I'll review it with you, and then reading it, absolutely loved it. So,
right. So I picked this out because I like to go through my CLZ list, right, and to say, all right, what's short enough that Sonny can read, but still good enough to actually say, let's do this, and that came up.
All right. So Sal, earlier on the show, we mentioned Spider-Man number 800, and you had said we should review. Are you still up for that?
100% yes.
Okay, so then Sal, there we go. Next time you're on the show, we will review the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 800.
Yep. A lot of good action in that. That's some good stuff, and a lot of anti-venom as well in there. So it's all good.
Nice. All right, everyone, we'll start wrapping this thing up. But first of all, it comes down to telling you guys about all the stuff where you could find us on the socials at the Codex Station.
Yes.
Don't forget, you can get some merch like this hoodie. Don't forget, I got stickers, mugs, everything. www.thecodexstation.com.
Yes, indeed. What a great website that is.
Yeah, did you make it or did Uncle Gary really make it?
Gary made it. Come on, ask him that next time he's on. How he did it. He'll just tell you. It just emanated from his mind and went right to the internet.
Well, a lot of times he likes to give other people credit. He likes to give you that credit.
All right, we'll see.
And then, too, everybody, feel free. There's the amazing Facebook page called Count Character of the Day. Check it out. We're all there. We're all part of it. Always good stuff every single day, like a character mentioned every day. Even we have random panel of the week. They have random panel of the day.
Yep. So Dan puts a random question of the day, a random panel of the day, and a random cover of the day is provided by Uncle Gary and Talking Geek.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Keith.
Thank you, Mr. Keith. Appreciate it.
I always enjoy doing it. We always enjoy doing this. And so like I said, We'll be seeing Sale. You could all see Sale tomorrow on Comic Character of the Week, taking on the Phantom Stranger.
That's right.
Me, you see me here every week, so I plan to be here next Wednesday in the Code X podcast. Uncle Gary and Mike, I finally will be reviewing Pride and Joy with them. They've been wanting me to read it for a while. It took a little longer to find it, and now we'll find it. So we should be reviewing that next week.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you for having me on again, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, always a pleasure. I feel more relaxed when you're on because I can sit back and then you take care of this, you do this, and you do that. But always good having you on. Like I said, great pick for the story review. Like I said, I absolutely loved it. And
yes,
both times going through it, and always good fun. Which one to slab, if you're insanity, all of it. Always fun times with you, man.
Thank you. So, appreciate that.
Everybody, take care. Hope you all have a day, a week, a month, a year, a life that is a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right, folks, take care.